So this is my anthology, this is my storybook right now, these are all my records, this is the archives of a 3-year in-process work. It's to do with alchemy and transmutation. I'm synthesizing a life's work. And I've been in retreat in Egypt since I came, basically, and I've lived in many homes, and I've had many experiences. And basically the first thing I did was an alchemical series of paintings to do with the rings. And while I did those paintings, it showed me a power that exists through art and creation that was unparalleled. It was such a raw elemental power that it was to do with lightning and storms and the power of nature and the power of the sea and the power of the wind. It's the same thing when I did in St. Catherine's, the wheels of the languages with Atawe, my Bedouin student. And this came through wheels upon wheels of language, Arabic, English, whatever language, all in a tree. Each thing that I did gave me insight into a story. When I went to Bali, and he's looking pretty ragged and old, I produced a series of flags and banners and a casket of treasures. And that was my Chintamani, my wish-fulfilling gem, because I knew at that time all of these things. So all this information, each picture carry information. If you have it around, it emanates information. So I want to get the information out as well as me talking on camera. And I want to get these images and this work to a place where it can share, because all these symbols are educational. The threefold flame, which we talked about, and the rings, and the art, and the heart, and they have language. And when you read it, you understand the words and the names that I've been working with for 40 years to form what we know an alchemist diary, a chronology, a storyline, an emerging story of the mysteries, and how the personal and the impersonal work together in harmony. And when the soul is the master and the personality is the student, then we have the right order. So obviously, it's a school, it's my life's work. I am art magic, art music, art mystery, but art always at the beginning. The art was called the art of arts, alchemy, because it transmuted you into becoming a son and daughter of the father and the mother. And how? By great beneficence and grace. And so the teachings of the sacred fires given to humanity to assist in purifying the body, especially at this time of transition as we go, this is the light body. And this is the Antikarana, the story of the Antikarana, the rainbow bridge. Inside of you is the light body, and basically this is what Christ left. There is no death. The Eternal One is within you, but this body can understand how it can live. People used to live 200, 300 years. People want immortality, but it's not going to be on a silver platter selling your soul to the wrong authority. You'll have to take authority for yourself. This is my archival library. This is my life. I have an emerging story about metamorphosis. The 9 heads and the 9 tails of the dragon fields that come and emanate out of the central sun. This is an emerging story, but it gets excited when it gets shared and built into community in a new way. It's beyond me how to progress from the page into the creation of a new story. But it must be done because I've been in my hermitage for so long. But this flame and this ring is a very simple formula. And when you understand the nature of the ring and the nature of the flame and your own sovereignty, you have a good place to begin. And then we can do art and create and see how synergy work. And then the game is life. All of these rings represent the field of the great tree of unity and the trunk of the tree, and you'll always see the threefold flame in the center, the three aspects of the eternal heart, love, wisdom, and power. They're golden rings because they're protection things. They're like wedding rings, but on the inside out, because you imagine them and because they are held. So the mysteries around the 12 and the 7, and we're starting with the 3, art, beauty, and culture. I am, art, magic. There's letters and numbers in a game. The game is universal, has universal language and components, and when used and tested will bring instant results. I know that for a surety, but I don't know until I have students that know that I can share what it is that I've discovered, called the panacea, the heal-all. How does it touch? Always in positive energy and love. In obedience to something bigger than me personally. And how does it work through spiritual fire and creation? How is it harnessed by your attention and by your focus? And how does it diminish? Is when you're not in your ring and you're externalizing and worrying about the past, and especially that you've made a mistake. There have been no mistakes. There are mistakes in the universe. The thing isn't based on a mistake. Basically, the suns and the planets and the protection that's afforded by all the ones who have gone before forever, holding space for us to arise in a new way as brothers and sisters, not old curse, is the beginning of the new era. We're at the very, very, very beginning of inception. I know that to be true. I can put it on the camera. And who else just feel called to turn it upside down and inside out and then live it? I dedicate my life to serving it and to understanding it and to understand how it can teach me and others the language of one, and how the sacred fire will work to purify the dross at this time. This is my prayer going out. Who are the others? I know there are many of you. Invitation.